Hi guys, welcome back to Home Life with Rebecca. This is Vlogmas number 3. So for today's vlog, I'm going to share with you how to spread some Christmas kindness without breaking the bank. So I have got my peppermint tea here to sip on while we read through this list, and the Christmas tree in the background. I put the white lights on for you guys because you saw the colored ones before, but please feel free to leave some comments of some other ideas to spread some Christmas kindness without spending a lot of money. So number 1, handwrite a letter or send a Christmas card. Even better if you can make one, and you can just use things that you have from around your house. You guys know I love to make cards, and so like I found these stickers at Hobby Lobby. They were all 50% off, the Christmas stickers were, and then I had some from like last year that I had saved. And you can just use regular paper, computer paper. I keep a lot of like cards that people have sent me, and I'll cut out like the little pictures if they're like Christmassy or for whatever holiday it is, and you can kind of like do like a scrapbooky thing, or just handwrite a letter. You don't have to use stickers or anything like that. I feel like the art of writing letters is kind of lost nowadays, and especially at Christmas time. There's nothing better than opening up your mailbox and getting a Christmas card or a Christmas letter in the mail. So don't underestimate sending people letters or a Christmas card, or even a postcard if you don't want to write too much, just to say, hey, how are you? Hope you're having a great December. Merry Christmas. Number 2, buy coffee or tea for a stranger. I know a lot of people used to do where you will go through the drive-thru and pay for the people behind you, so you could do something like that. Or if you're in line in a coffee shop, or even wherever. I've even done this at like Sam's Club before. I'll pay for the person behind me. I know sometimes that could be expensive because you don't know what the person's gonna order, so you could do like give the cashier like, hey, here's $20 or $10 to go towards the next person in line's purchase until that money has run out. So that way, if the person behind you never know, they could be like spending $200 or something. But that is kind of a nice gesture. We've done that before. It's super fun. And again, all of these shouldn't just be used at Christmas time. They could be used all year. And this notebook actually that I'm using is from my good friend Belinda that lives in California. She was my Allie Parker, all my kids actually, kids Sunday school teacher. When they were little, they would stay in the nursery with her at the church, and so I've kept this. We've had it since 2021. So I just wanted to share that because I still have it and I still use it. Okay, number 3, smile at your cashier and thank him or her for working. Even if you're at the self-checkout, they always have people standing there to help. I think working in retail or any kind of customer service, especially during the holidays, is very, very stressful. I know my daughter Allison works at a shipping store. It's kind of like a UPS mom and pop store, and they're very, very, very busy this time of year, and she gets really overwhelmed, and people can be really demanding because people are in a hurry and trying to get things done. So a smile or saying, hey, I hope, looks like you're a little bit stressed, I hope your day gets better, or joke with them. Like a smile can just go such a long way, or just a little conversation, or hey, thank you for your service. Even if, I know people are weird about like the self-checkout thing, but even if you're thanking the person that's greeting you at the door in and out, or when you're doing the self-checkout, because those people stay busy with helping. So just say thank you, smile, joke with them. It really does make a difference. And this is coming from somebody, I used to be a server, so I know. And I've got kids that work in food. I've got 3 that work at a bakery, and then like I said, Allie works at a shipping place. Number 4, leave a generous tip. I'm going to give you an example. So I know a lot of places have like where they have the tip factored in already. But what I like to do at Christmas time, and it's not like I do this every day, but if we do go somewhere, or if I'm gonna, because sometimes I don't normally buy like Starbucks or Dutch Bros, but during the Christmas season, sometimes I'll treat one of the kids to something like that. So what I like to do is, even if it's a very small order, like just say I'm buying me and Allison or me and Tiff like a tall coffee from Starbucks, I will leave like a bigger tip than what I paid for the coffee, if that makes sense. So if the coffees come out to $10, I might tip $20 or something. You know what I mean? Or even if you buy one coffee for $6, tip $15. It's just kind of like, I remember people doing that for me when I worked at Denny's. I used to have a customer that would come in and just order coffee. He sat at the counter, but he liked me to wait on him, and he'd always leave me like $20 for just drinking coffee, and it just really used to make my day. I think he knew I was struggling and trying to make ends meet. This is before I had kids, but you know what I mean? Like, even if you're just buying something small, like especially like with the teenagers and stuff, leave them a generous tip. Trust me, they will remember that forever. Not just teenagers, adults too. FaceTime a friend. I'm trying to be better about this, like, or even call somebody just to say hi, see how things are going, check in. Number 6, buy a $5 like Christmas movie from like Walmart or something, and then go to the Dollar Tree and put together a movie night basket with like popcorn and some candy. Put the movie in there and go leave it on one of your neighbors' doorsteps. We've had somebody do that for our family here when we first moved here, and it was so much fun. Like, that is such a cool idea. So I thought that I wanted to make sure I had that in there. Number 7, invite somebody over for dinner. There's so many people struggling this time of year, and people get lonely. So just invite somebody over for dinner. You don't have to make a fancy dinner. Invite them over for spaghetti or hot dogs even. Like, it doesn't need to be complicated. Just invite them over and have a conversation. Number 8, ask a person that's a different religion than you are about their customs and their traditions during this time of year, or if they celebrate something different at a different part of the year. Where we live is predominantly Latter-day Saints. We are not Latter-day Saints. Most of their traditions are similar to the Christian traditions that we celebrate. There are some differences that I've learned since we've lived here. When we lived in Northern California, we lived amongst a lot of Muslims, Hindus, not like Buddhists, and I would ask them, like, what do you guys celebrate? Or Jewish people, because they celebrate Hanukkah, there's Kwanzaa. I mean, it's so centered around just like Christmas, with what like the Christians believe. But I think it's important to ask other people what traditions they celebrate. And that's going to tie into my last thing. Number 9, donate or pick a family child for like an angel tree. I know my kids' school has a tree, and every year we pick an ornament. We have been picked for the angel tree, which, yeah, so I always try to give back, because I know how it feels to struggle during the holidays, especially when you have little kids. So I usually pick a family or a child, and then they usually have the tags for, the age and what the need is. They have like a need and then like a want. I did this last year, and depending on, like, if you live somewhere super warm, you might have to donate something different. But last year I bought a big pack of like mittens, and I donated it to one of my kids' elementary schools. So a lot of these kids don't have things like that, especially where you live, where it's really cold, like where we live. So for the office to keep things like extra mittens or scarves or beanies or even jackets is very helpful, that they can just kind of keep in the back. So if they see a kid struggling, or a kid forgets their mittens, and they're just like the cheap ones that come in like a big bag, then they can pass those out. So that's a really good idea to spread some Christmas kindness during this time of year. Number 11, go caroling. You don't need a big group of people. I mean, seriously, go caroling by yourself if you're brave enough. I don't know if I'd be brave. I'd probably have to have somebody with me, but you don't see a lot of it anymore. At least I haven't seen it here, maybe because it is so cold and wet and snowy. But I mean, just, I don't know, go in front of Walmart and carol. I understand that times are different. You kind of have to be careful because people are just crazy nowadays, but go caroling. Like, or if you work in an office, I know a lot of times they'll play like secular Christmas music. Sing along. Just, they're playing Frosty and just belt it out. Like, it's catchy and people are gonna smile because they're kind of like gonna chuckle about it, and maybe they'll start singing along, or people in the waiting room will sing along. Just go caroling. It doesn't have to be out in the street. Just sing a Christmas song. Call somebody on the phone or FaceTime somebody and sing them Rudolph. Okay, number 12, ask an elder their favorite Christmas memory. I did this last year. I interviewed my friend, and then I interviewed some older ladies at my church. And it doesn't even have to be an elder. You can ask anybody what their favorite Christmas memory is. But I find with elderly people, it really means a lot when they can remember something like that. Because it's just so focused on like money and how you decorate your tree and how much Christmas decor you can put up. Like, we forget like the little things, like, hey, what's your favorite Christmas memory? What was your favorite gift? What was your favorite ornament? Things like that, which we are going to be doing a lot of those tags for Vlogmas. Those are coming up, and I've got a new one actually too. Number 13, shovel a neighbor's driveway. That is relevant where we live because it snows a lot, which, by the way, we've had no snow since like 3 weeks now. What is happening? We always have so much snow. I'm so mad. Yes, I'm weird. I love the snow. Love, love, love the snow. So hopefully it'll start snowing by Christmas because I need to have me a white Christmas. If you don't live where it's cold, you can offer maybe to hang up somebody's Christmas lights for them, or rake leaves, you know, something outside that somebody might need help with, especially if they're elderly. Or we did it one year for a single mom, and she had like little kids, so it was hard for her to get out there and shovel. That's a good one too. Number 14, buy a family in need a Christmas tree, or maybe like a nice box of ornaments. Like the ones we got, I'm like pointing like the box is still there. That box of ornaments we got from Sam's Club, I think it was like $30. It might have been cheaper, I'll have to ask my husband, but it wasn't that much for as many ornaments were in that box. And that leads me to, I didn't write this down, but if you know a family that's in need, that's kind of a larger family, if you have $50, and I'm not sure, it might be more now, buy them a membership to Sam's Club or Costco. That's an idea I didn't think about, because a lot of people don't have the memberships because they can't afford it. So if you can get them a membership for a year, that would be really, really cool. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know how much they are, but still, I think I want to say like $50 to join either one of those clubs, and it's good for a year. Let's see. Number 15, offer to wrap presents for somebody who might have arthritis or some type of illness like Parkinson's. I found this one to be true because I'm probably going to be there myself soon someday. I'm still waiting on the rheumatologist appointment in February to see what's going on, but wrapping presents, like if you have arthritis in your hands, hurts. It hurts. Or if you've got, my grandmother suffered from Parkinson's disease, so it's not always easy, and not everybody can afford to go have their stuff gift wrapped. And sometimes you don't want to put stuff in a gift bag, you want to wrap it. So that could be something that you could offer that would cost no money, that you could say, hey, can I offer to help you wrap some presents? Or even if they don't have an illness, again, like if you know a mom or a dad, I mean, they don't have to be like a single mom or dad, but they have a bunch of little kids or whatever, and they're just, I remember that, like being so busy, like I just didn't have time to wrap presents, and I'd be doing it all like on Christmas Eve, and I'd be so tired. Like, offer that service, say, hey, let me come over and help you wrap presents. Let's get this done, so they can like deal with the kids and stuff, and that helps to keep them occupied, so they're not trying to come in the room while you're wrapping. I still struggle with this and have teenagers. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. I'm getting off on the whole spiel, but yeah, offer to do that for somebody. Where am I? Bake cookies or fudge for your neighbors and pass out. We do that every Christmas. I don't always do fudge. My husband's the fudge maker. That sounds really gross. I usually bake the cookies, so maybe he'll make fudge this year. Buy a $20 gift card, or 10, I don't even know if 10 will buy you anything anymore, from like a food place like Subway or McDonald's or something, and give to a homeless person. Or try to be sneaky, and if you're in line at Subway or wherever, Jimmy John's, I'm just trying to like name restaurants, say, hey, can I get a gift card for, you know, 10, 20 bucks? And then they'll give it to you, and then turn around and hand it to the person behind you. That kind of goes with like the buying the people coffee type of thing, because you could do that at Starbucks or Dutch Brothers or something as well, and then instead of like giving cash. Number 18, host a hot chocolate night. Hot chocolate is relatively inexpensive, and you can even buy it in the thing with the powder and mix it up that way. You don't have to invite like, you know, the whole neighborhood or anything, but just get some plastic cups. They don't even have to be Christmassy, and just have a little hot chocolate night with some whipped cream and marshmallows, kind of like we did for the Christmas tree decoration. Oh, and I didn't write this down either. We try to do this every year. I don't know if you've watched our past vlogs. We usually have an extra person here, one of the kids' friends, to help decorate the tree. I know a lot of people like to keep it just strictly family, but what I have found, and I don't ask these kids like what their situation might be, but I always say, hey, hang some ornaments up. I don't need to hang them up. Hang some up, because you never know. They might not get to decorate a tree, or maybe they've never decorated a tree, or maybe they're not getting a tree. You know what I mean? So if the kids have friends over here, I'm always, if you go watch past vlogs, and I think every single vlog that we've done, except for maybe one, we've had an extra kid here, and I always tell them, please be my guest, hang up some ornaments. That is something that I guarantee you 100% they will remember. Even if they do decorate their own tree, they will remember that kindness. Number 19, donate some Christmas books to a school. I know a lot of schools, like, you can order them off the Scholastic, or you can even go to your thrift store. You find a bunch of like children's Christmas books right now in the thrift stores, like Goodwill and stuff, and take them to your kids' classroom. I mean, make sure they're not like falling apart or anything, but that's always good to have at school for your for kids. Number 20, be kind to yourself. So you guys spread Christmas kindness to everybody else, but you also have to spread Christmas kindness to yourself. Treat yourself to a manicure, or treat yourself to that Starbucks coffee. Treat yourself to a day where you're just gonna watch Hallmark movies. I know my sister, that's like her favorite thing to do at Christmas time, her and her husband. For my mom, she loves to Christmas shop, but for herself. I'm not trying to say like she's selfish, but not to like buy things for herself, but just to window shop. That's what I mean. My sister likes that too, just to like go to like a Christmas store or something and look at all the pretty things. That's being kind to yourself. Start like your own little like Christmas kindness tradition for yourself. Maybe like keeping a journal, or say once a week you're gonna take a bath with lighting a Christmas candle. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't need to be expensive. Make yourself your favorite home cooked meal. You know, just take a day to be in your cozy pajamas and slippers all day if you want, but make sure you be kind to yourself, because this season can be so stressful. Which leads me to the last question. The last thing. Remember the reason for the season. So again, like if you know somebody from a different religious background, I think it is kind to ask them what their traditions and customs are, but make sure you are sharing what you believe as a Christian, if you are a Christian, and that is sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. Luke chapter 2, verses 8 through 14. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today, in the town of David, a Savior has been born. He is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger." Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those on whom his favor rests." I think they share that in the Charlie Brown Christmas movie. I think Linus says something like, "And that's the real meaning of Christmas, Charlie Brown." And yes, it is. This is the reason for the season. Okay, so remember that. My peppermint tea is getting cold because I've talked your ear off, but I just thought this would be a good vlog because it is the reason to, it's the season to spread some kindness. Comment down below some other ideas, so hopefully we can get this out there, and feel free to share this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Christmas tendies. Bye.